Okay, so for this second part of the video, I'm going to go through the 4 questions at the bottom with you. So the first one, it says, a jogger with a mass of 60 kg is moving forward with a speed of 3 meters per second. What is the jogger's kinetic energy from this forward motion? So if you remember, we're only worrying about kinetic energy right now. So the energy of a moving object. And so our equation that we used was kinetic energy equals 1/2 mv squared. Okay, kinetic energy equals 1/2 mv squared. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Okay, I figured out how to do this. All right, this is our new space of area. So we said kinetic energy equals 1/2 mv squared. For you guys, it's written and it asks you to fill it in accordingly. So it has m equals, v equals, and the last one is ke equals. So just like with the other unit that we did where we were calculating velocity and acceleration, this first equation has 3 components: mass, velocity, kinetic energy. So you will always be given 2 of the 3. In this example, you're given mass and velocity. So m is mass, and they said it's 60 kg. Then velocity is 3 meters per second. So fill that in. So the one we're solving for is kinetic energy. What I'll do is plug all this in. So kinetic energy equals 1/2 60 and then 3 squared. Order of operations here. What we have to do is worry about this squared number first. Okay? We're not going to square everything, only the 3 get squared. So that turns into 9. So we have equals 1/2 times 60 times 9. And when we do that, we can easily get an answer. So if I take 1/2, times it by 60, and times it by 9, I will get a number of 270. And don't forget your units. We just learned this. Joules are the energy, or the units for energy. So you'll write in 270 joules for your answer. Okay, the second one. What is the kinetic energy of a baseball moving at a speed of 40 meters per second and has a mass of 0.15 kg? Always leave if it's a decimal, leave it. Okay, we're only worried about kilograms, so don't convert that to anything. It's fine if it's just 0.15. It's just a smaller number. So I'll erase this part. We'll keep my m equals, v equals, ke equals, just like on yours. And so we kind of just reset here. Once again, we have the same information. We have m and we have v, and we're solving for kinetic energy. So mass is 0.15 kilograms. Velocity, 40 meters per second. So what I'm going to do is plug all that in. Ke, oh, that's a odd looking e. Ke equals 1/2 0.15 40 squared. Okay, 40 squared is a fairly big number. If you were to plug 40 squared into your calculator, which I'm going to do right now, we should get, okay, 40 times 40, or 40 squared, same thing. You get 1,600. So now we have 1/2 times 0.15, and now this 40 squared is turned into 1,600. So just plug all those in, 1/2 times 0.15 times 1,600, and you will get an answer of 120 joules. Okay, so 120 is your answer there. All right. Next one. A car moving at a speed of 20 meters per second has a kinetic energy of 300,000 joules. What is the car's mass? So this time we're not solving for KE. We're going to solve for mass. Okay, so mass in kilograms, looking for M. Meaning we're going to do a little bit different math. Because in the first two examples, you're given everything on the right side of the equation. So it's pretty easy to solve. But when you're given bits on each side, you have to do some math to isolate one of those variables. And in this case, we're trying to isolate M and get it away from the v squared. So how you will do this is like we did the other one. Initially write in what you have. We're solving from M. We have a velocity of 20 meters per second, and the kinetic energy is 300,000 joules. We'll plug all that in. So KE, we now have a number. So it's not just writing KE equals, we'll write 300,000 J equals 1/2 M V squared. What we'll do here is we'll take the 20 squared, find what that value is, and then multiply it by 0.5. So we'll take 20 squared, that is 400 times 0.5 equals 200. So where we're at is we have 300,000 J, and we solved the right side. Because we said 20 squared is 400, 1/2 is going to be, what did we say? 200. 200. Sorry, my tabs are going crazy, saying something's going on, but it looks all good. All right, 200 M. So 300,000 joules equals 200 M. We are solving for M. So what we have to do is divide each side by 200 so that we can isolate that M. So 300,000 divided by 200 will give you the answer of 1,500. And since we're talking about mass, it is kg. So 1,500 kg is your answer for number 3. Number 4 we'll get to. Okay, number 4. A sprinter has a mass of 80 kg and a kinetic energy of 4,000 joules. What is the sprinter's speed? So now we're solving something new again. We're going to solve for v, velocity. We'll write in what we're given. We have a mass of 80 kg, and we have a kinetic energy of 4,000. So this is a lot smaller of a number. Last time we had 300,000, now we're down to 4,000. So hopefully our numbers are not as big. So we'll write everything in. 4,000 J is equal to 1/2 times 80 times v squared. Okay, and this is going to be our most intricate algebra that we have to do because we have to involve something called the square root. Before we have to worry about the square root, though, we need to isolate our v. Okay, we got to get this v by itself. So there's a couple things we can do. First thing is we can take this 1/2 and times it by 80. And so now we're left with 4,000 J equals 40 times v squared. Oh, sorry. 40. And then v squared in parentheses. What I can do from here is divide by 40. And when I divide by 40, I end up with 100 equals b squared. Well, if you have something that is squared, you need to do the opposite, which is square root it. So what we're going to do is hit our square root button, which if you're using a TI-30, you must click second first. So I can click second, and then you will find the key you need right here, the x squared one. You can see a square root. So I'll click that. And then if I plug in 100, I get an answer of 10. And that 10 needs a unit. We're talking about velocity. So that would be 10 meters per second. Okay, so make sure you have all of those filled in. Your homework is going to be pages 13 and 14.